Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna get straight to the point. Some of this, what I'm about to say, it may offend a lot of you. So just prepare your ears for what I'm about to say. Because I'm gonna keep it 100 times 500. I'm gonna keep it extremely real. First and foremost, I want to say I love each and every one of you, regardless of whatever race you are, whatever it is you believe. I still love you. So, what I'm coming from, I'm talking from a completely different standpoint than what you have been used to hearing. And I'm sure that there are millions of people out there that if you listen to this and hear this or share this, you know what I'm talking about because you got an ear. I'm going to touch bases on racism, hip hop, police brutality, and the history of this place we call a country, United States of America, which really is a corporation. We are not free. We will never be free as a people until we free our minds from this mental slavery, until we free our minds from this demon called racism. I don't understand how some people get really mad when someone who points out racism, they try to flip it and twist it and make that person who was pointing out racism and say that they're the racist. Or you're just trying to start something. No, I'm not starting anything. I didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning. Billy Joel. But our job as the new millennium babies are starting to realize this, that racism is absolutely just stupid. It's completely stupid. A white man once said this. I believe, I'm going to try to quote him. I can't remember his name. But he said something very, very powerful. He said that racism is the most gravest threat to man himself. The maximum hatred for a minimum reason. Think about that. The maximum hatred for a minimum reason. So my question to those racist black people, those racist white people, those racist Mexican people, Latinos, and those racist others. What is your reason? Look, I didn't choose to be born this color, living this life, okay, in this vehicle that was so freely given to me. You didn't choose to be born the color that you are. So what makes you think that the color of the vehicle that you are driving in, your spirit is driving in, what makes you think that you are superior to the vehicle that I'm driving? The color of my vehicle. Or for those who are driving in the black vehicle like I'm driving in, this dark brown vehicle or darker, what makes you think that our vehicles are better than the vehicles that are not the color of our vehicles? There's a lot of clutter in a lot of people's vehicles. And it's cluttered with garbage. is cluttered with the absolute ignorance. And it's a shame that people who have died and fought against racism, who were actually called racist themselves, and let's be clear, they were a threat to certain people. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they all served a purpose. Marcus Garvey, they were all looked at as threats. So my question again is, why is it that when a minority black person, brown, ethnic person is actually speaking out against racism, why is it that they are labeled a racist themselves? Why is it that they are, when they speak intelligence or conscious or uplifting things, they're labeled as a threat? But if that black person speaks buffoonery, sings about buffoonery, raps about buffoonery, and portrays this thug image, you praise him. You're like, oh yes, keep talking that ignorance. Yes, keep selling the drugs. It sells, it's hip hop. You know what I say to that? That's what I say to that. With all due respect, it's a great movie, and they served a voice in hip hop. But let me be clear about this: NWA does not represent the entire black race. It never did, and it never will. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Rest in peace, Eazy-E. Rest in peace to the angel that was in the Crossroads video. That's my brother-in-law's brother, actually, by the way, who played the angel. But let's be clear about this, y'all. Not every black man in this country sells drugs. Not every black man walks around with their pants down to their kneecaps or their calves. Not every black man beats his woman. White, black, or Mexican. Not every black man beats women. What other stereotypes are out there? Not every black man does Molly. Not every black man... Come on, man. Let's be real about that. You know it. You know that's a lie. And I'm talking about black people themselves. You're taking on an image and you believing it that that's what we really are. That's bullshit. We are a people that is so talented, so powerful, that we scared of ourselves. You know, if you really knew your history, black people created a lot of stuff that this country wouldn't even survive if it wasn't for us. But it seems like certain people have suppressed that reality that, for example, the light bulb. It wouldn't even stay on long enough if it wasn't for a black man. He created the filament in the light bulb. The traffic light. The gas mask that got us through World War II or World War I, one of them. The gas mask was created by a black person. The comb. The dustpan. Peanut butter. 3D. A black female created 3D that you see in your movie theaters that peers really close to your eyeballs when you're enjoying your popcorn. Yes, a black woman created 3D. Did you know that? No, you don't know that. Why? Because the media only wants you to portray that all black women are nothing but strippers and hoes. It's like almost like certain racist people in this country, they hate a black person when they're intelligent, and they hate them when they're a thug. So what options do we have left? Now, I'm not going to just sit here and pick on certain people because I want to, like I said in the beginning of this video, I love all races. Because I know we all came from the same body. And I know that there are racist black people out there. Okay? But what I find baffling is, what is this reason? Why is it so much hatred toward a people that is scattered all over the planet? From the 12 tribes scattered all over the planet, speaking different languages, but yet we all have the same hair of wool, feet like brass, burnt brass. Why is there so much hatred? I don't get it. We didn't choose to be born this way, and we're grateful. But stop portraying us like we're some heathens and thugs. That's not the only image of us. And to the people who are in denial of what's really going on with the police in this country, it's been going on for decades, it seems like you guys are more believable and you believe in the Loch Ness and Bigfoot before you actually believe or recognize that there is police brutality in this country. My dad was a police officer. I have friends that are police officers. I wanted to be a police officer at one point in my life. But let's face it, there are police officers out there, a lot of them, that literally piss on the Constitution and nut on the Fifth Amendment. How do you sleep at night? What are you protecting and what are you serving? So just like I am one of those many black people that are speaking out against racism, I want to see the police officers, the good cops, actually speak out against their counterparts, their partners, their colleagues in their respective precincts that are actually committing police brutality. Speak out against them. What did you raise your hand up for? An oath. Raising your hand up in oath is protecting and serving your own identity, to protect and serve us, the citizens that you have taken the oath. So that's my message to the good cops out there. It's a shame that we live in a time in 2015 that this racism is just running rampant. And I understand that the media is perpetuating it. I understand that. That's all. That's what the media's job is to do. Their job is to perpetuate the ignorance, the madness, to keep us divided. So let this be clear that I'm not trying to divide anybody. I have tons of white friends, and I'm not saying it like somebody's homophobic or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have nothing against gay people, but I got gay friends or bullshit like that. You know what I'm trying to get at. I respect all peoples. I can care less who the fuck you fuck in your bedroom. I don't care. Congratulations. We love you. I love you. But I hate the racism. And I hate it with a passion. So forgive me that I'm trying to come with some kind of angle to understand the psychology of this shit. The hypocrisy of it. This whole country was kind of created on hypocrisy. Because the same people that signed the Declaration of Independence, saying that all men are created equal, are the same dudes that had slaves, who had sex with black women, who made babies with black women. But yet you called them subhuman. Absolutely the hypocrisy at its finest. Or why is it that London, the city of London, the Vatican, and Washington, D.C., oh, it's about to get interesting now. Why are the entities separate from their own respected states or countries? Why are they separate? Do your research and you'll know why. The enemy is always enemy. And when I say me, I mean you and me. The enemy is always inside of us. So we had to extract it in any means possible. And racism is a demon that will be eradicated. Whenever you see racism, stand up against it. I've done it many a times. When I see a group of black kids who are chastising a white girl or a white kid, I stand up against it and say, yo, that ain't cool. Leave that man alone. Leave that woman alone. They ain't done nothing to you. Oh, be quiet, man. They didn't know you, but hey, I ain't afraid of you. Oh, but when a black kid gets beat up by skinheads, you want to march the streets. And this message is to all the Black Lives Matter people out there. All lives matter. All lives matter. It might piss you off there, but all lives matter. We're all human beings. Even the racist motherfucking lives matter. But to go over here and bum rush politicians' pulpits and, you know, all kinds of stuff that's going on and vandalizing places and stuff, putting black light, that's bullshit, dude. You guys look stupid. Absolutely stupid. You don't speak for every black person either. I understand the fight. I understand the struggle. I understand the racial profiling. I see it. We all know it. Black people are driving around fearful of police officers. It's sickening. Police officers used to watch the people, or I should say, the police officers used to watch over the people. Now they watch the people, and now they're just killing the people. So I get it. We're all frustrated by it. And believe it or not, there are white people that don't like that either. Because white people get mistreated and brutality too by police officers. So I'm not confused about it. I understand your reason and your struggle, because I understand that, yeah, black people are targeted a little bit more differently than white people. But there's a better way to get your message across without being an apparent ignorant. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, they didn't bum rush politicians' stages to get their point across. And neither should we. Forgive me if I sound like a pissed off motherfucker, but that's not what it is. If you think that, you got me completely confused. But it's not you that I'm pissed off. If this is a racist person watching this, whatever color racism you are, it's the racism inside of you that I hate. You gotta kill that shit. It could be easier for any black person to be a racist person, just based on how we were raised in this country and how we were treated. But I refuse to stoop down to the level to allow someone who hates me make me hate them. Because the way you hate me is, like the white man said, a minimum of reason. And that reason is absolutely bullshit and irrelevant. because I love the vehicle that I did not choose to be born in. It's brown, it's beautiful,